Hello everybody, my name is Bill. This is SixRounds Studio. In today's episode, we're back working on the Stevens favorite. I know, it's been a while. Hey, life gets in the way. I got things to do, hey. Anyway, we're gonna start working on the pad on this rifle. Now, I had a choice. I could have either ordered a brand new pad reproduction. I didn't want to do that. I could have sourced a replacement pad, an original replacement pad. I really didn't want to do that. Now, one of the things that I'm running into is this original pad is actually in pretty good shape. All the details are there. The checkering is there. The graphics are there. The only problem with this is that it's missing a little bit on the tip of the pad. It's been chipped away, broken away. This is hard rubber. I believe it's hard rubber. Anyway, it's in relatively really good condition. So my goal is to try and repair this. Now, I thought about doing this in a couple different ways. The first way I thought about was, why don't I just sort of build up a layer of epoxy and sort of build it forward that way. My concern was that if I do it that way, that the epoxy may snap itself off, and the epoxy is going to be slightly more malleable, softer than this hard rubber, so I was concerned that that was going to break itself off. Anyway, so I decided not to do it that way. I have this old Remington plastic pad from back in the day. It's not the same materials, I don't think, but it is similar in texture, similar in color. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to grind it off on a slight angle and a slight taper on the mill. Then I'm going to make a mirror image or an opposing image out of this black plastic. I'm then going to pre-shape this so that it sort of blends into this existing pad. And then I'm going to have to do some additional shaping, because this pad, or this buttstock, has got a really steep curve in it. So I need to fit that into that curve as well. I'm going to glue these two together. I'll glue that tip over there like this. Then I need to reinforce it, because I'm concerned that if I don't reinforce it, that joint will break. So I've thought about doing a couple things. I've thought about putting in a couple brass pins, but that's pretty damn thin. There's not a whole lot of material there to work. So what I think I might do is, there's a slight recess in the bottom of this. You really can't see it in here. So I may just put a thin piece of brass plate that I can epoxy in. I've also got some thin plastic shim. I might be able to epoxy that in, so that I'll fill that entire section up with epoxy, so that the shim stock gets actually embedded in there. That'll hopefully give that some additional strength. Going to work this out a little bit as I go, but I think it'll be a good repair when we're done. Let's go ahead and get this process started now. All right, 24 hours to dry. We'll see you tomorrow. All right, so we've got the patch done. The next thing I need to do is to begin to shape the pad to the curve of the buttstock. I have to remove some of that excess epoxy that I put in here. And as soon as I've got that curve so that it matches the curve on the butt, then I can go and begin to shape the toe so that it more closely matches the toe of the wood itself. All right, the pad's done. I'll show you a close-up here in just a second. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to paint the pad. I have some appliance epoxy black. It's a nice gloss. I've done this on pads before. It gives it a nice shine, gives it a nice restored look, if you will, or a nice finish to the color and the look of the pad. We're not going to put it on real thick because we obviously don't want to fill in all the details. But that's what we're going to do. We're going to spray paint it, and then we're going to put it on the gun. It'll be a couple hours before that paint dries and hardens enough for me to put it back onto the gun stock. In the meantime, what I plan to do is to polish and blue these screws. So they have a little bit of an issue. We need to reslot them, we need to polish them. And then, because this rifle is my rifle, I'm going to art it up a little bit, and I'm going to actually color case the finish on those screw heads as opposed to just putting blue on them. The pad is going to be so black, which is okay, that I'm thinking that if I color case them and get a little bit of that red, blue, copper color on those screw heads, it'll sort of pop out and it'll show a little bit bolder in the look on the screws as you're looking at that butt pad from the back. Let's give that pad a couple hours to dry, then I'm coming back and we'll put these screws on. Also, don't go away, because at the end of the video I am going to give you some close-ups of that pad installed on that gun stock. The pad is done. And we're ready to move on to the forearm. We get that forearm done and the rifle is essentially complete. That ends this video. When we come back next time, it will be on that forearm. It will be finishing this Stevens favorite up. If you enjoyed this video, please do all the algorithm things. Thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, leave a comment. It really helps the YouTube algorithms know that this is a channel worth watching. We appreciate you guys. We appreciate you being here, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.